President Trump's daughter Ivanka is campaigning here in the Buckeye State. Earlier today, she paid a visit to Ott Park in Mount Lookout.
And that is where we find Local 12's James Pilcher, who joins us live now with details on the visit. James, what does this mean in terms of Ohio for the presidential election?
Good afternoon and thanks, guys. Actually, this is the second major presidential campaign stop in Cincinnati this week. And behind me earlier today, Ivanka Trump even noted how many times she's come to Ohio in support of her father's reelection campaign.
I've been in Ohio. This is my 8th trip in a little over 2 years. So I love this state.
No Republican has won the White House without winning Ohio. The latest poll released earlier this week by Quinnipiac University shows the race as a statistical dead heat. Joe Biden has a single percentage point lead, well within the margin of error. Other polls have shown President Trump with a very slight edge. That's a far cry from 2016, when the president beat Democrat Hillary Clinton decisively. That meant the state's electoral college votes went to the Republican. Ohio has 18 electoral votes, the 7th highest total, trailing only states like New York, California, and Texas. One political expert notes that the state has always been a major battleground, and 2016 was the outlier.
Ohio has been in the mix for a long time. It's been named within news media as one of the top battleground states for the last 20 to 30 years.
Earlier this week, former Vice President and current Democratic candidate Joe Biden visited Cincinnati. Biden's running mate, California Senator Kamala Harris, was set to visit Cleveland today as well. She canceled that trip after members of her staff tested positive for COVID. Today's Trump event was actually fairly short, with Ivanka Trump only talking for about 20 minutes. She spent most of her time listing her father's accomplishments, with a few digs in at Joe Biden and the Democrats.
This president has built the greatest economy in American history and now is leading the greatest American comeback. We have added a historic 11.4 million jobs in the last 5 months. Joe Biden said he would shut down our entire economy. But to what end? Endless lockdowns are not a strategy.
Now, the last Republican to win Ohio and not win the election, Richard Nixon in 1960. Neither campaign has any major stops planned for Ohio or Cincinnati in the coming week, but stay tuned because you know that's going to change. Live here in Mount Lookout, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
All right, James, thank you for that. In response to today's visit, Ohio Democratic Party Chairman David Pepper says the Trump administration's response to the pandemic is to blame for the state's 5,000 deaths.
All right.